Hi grade 8s, this is an answer key for yesterday's midweek check. Before I begin, I'd like to highlight where on this form you'll find some information that's important for answering the quizzes. So directly below the title, you'll see there's some information starting with complete this check at the beginning of Wednesday's lesson. Look there for information about how to answer short answer questions. This one says you do not need to type out all of your work or write a sentence for short answer questions. So please double check that before beginning future quizzes. Okay, question number 1, we've got a 5-sided faced net. When that one folds up, we would form a triangular prism. For question number 2, you'll notice that all of the side lengths have a little tick mark. That means that the side lengths are equal. If all 4 sides of each face are equal, they would be a square. So in this case, when this net is folded, it was a cube. Question number 3, you needed to use the formula for surface area of a rectangular prism. That formula is surface area equals 2LW plus 2LH plus 2WH. We would substitute in our values. 10 inches is the length, 2 inches is the width, and 6 inches is the height. So I'm going to go ahead and substitute those in here. So 2 times 10 times 2 plus 2 times 10 times 6 plus 2 times 2 times 6. When I simplify each of those set of brackets, 2 times 10 times 2 is 40, plus 2 times 10 times 6 is 120, plus 2 times 2 times 6 is 24. When I add those up, I will get 184 square inches, so A was my answer for number 3. Question number 4 is where you would see the first math keyboard. This math keyboard is what we want you to use to answer with units. So to find the surface area of this cube, we can see here that one side length is labeled as 0.5 centimeters. All the side lengths on this cube are 0.5. So to answer that, I would begin by using the formula. Surface area equals 2LW plus 2LH plus 2WH. And every length is going to be 0.5 centimeters. So 2 times 0.5 times 0.5 plus 2 times 0.5 times 0.5, and again 2 times 0.5 times 0.5. Now when you calculate this up, 2 times 0.5 times 0.5 equals 0.5. And that'll be the same for the other dimensions. And I'll get an answer of 1.5 centimeters squared. Now, how would you enter that in using this keyboard? Well, you would type in 1.5 centimeters and then choose this x squared button. That x squared will put a squared unit up top. That is all we need to see for that answer. Okay, and the last question, this one showed a triangular prism where you needed to, oh no, sorry, wrong question. This one is the rectangular prism where they don't give you a diagram. They're just giving measurements, so 6 meters by 4 meters, 10 meters high. Again, you'd use your surface area equals 2LW plus 2LH plus 2WH and substitute those values in. You would get 2848. Your answer would be 248 meters squared. And again, you'd write 248m and choose this squared button here to get the squared answers. Okay, last question. This is for solving the area of a triangular prism. I'm going to write down a new formula that might help some of you for solving this. So surface area for a triangular prism, we're going to use 2 times the area of a triangle, which is base times height divided by 2, plus the area of rectangle 1, rectangle 2, and rectangle 3. To begin, I'm going to substitute these values into the formula. 8 is the base of the triangle, and the height of that triangle is 3 centimeters. I know that the area of a rectangle is length times width, so I'm going to substitute that in right here. So this first rectangle has a length of 12 and a height, right here is 8. And that is going to be the exact same for all 3 of those rectangles. Okay, so when I'm solving this, 2 times 8 times 3 is 24, divided by 2 is 12. Then I'm going to add. I'm going to add 12 times 8, which equals 96. 3 times. When I add all of that out, I'm going to get a final answer of 312 centimeters squared, and that's what I would write in here, 312 centimeters squared, and I get that by choosing this number. Okay, thanks so much. Stay tuned for today's lesson.